welcome back my peeps. I got another Dollar Tree tutorial for you today. It's pretty easy, simple, and pretty cute. We're gonna make some of these snowballs. I mean, they don't look, from afar they look exactly like a snowball. Who likes snowballs? Like the Hostess snowballs? Hold on. Like these. That's what that is. But I made these like, I don't know, like a year ago or a year and a half ago. But I think I done moved on to so many other things that I kind of left them behind. But I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's very easy. So at Dollar Tree they sell these 2-piece balls. It comes 2 in a pack. They're the 2.8-inch round balls. So you're gonna take your ball and you're gonna cut it in half. You're just gonna cut it in half, straight down the middle, and now you have 2 halves, right? Then you're gonna take those 2 halves and you're gonna paint them. And you'll need a little bit of white Model Magic to make the marshmallow part around the edge, okay? That's what I use. I use Model Magic. It's not caulk or anything like that. I use Model Magic. This part is caulk, so you're gonna need a little bit of caulk from Dollar Tree. So basically this is a Dollar Tree a Dollar Tree fake bake. So the color that I use for these is pink polish. I suggest you get a sponge brush because when you paint it on here, it's not gonna saturate your foam. Like if you try to paint it on, it's gonna have a lot of paint on the brush and you're gonna kind of like fill in the crevices. And what makes it look like it has the coconut on top is the fact that you just tapping the paint on and you kind of letting some of the white like show through so it looks like coconut, but it's really, there's nothing else on here. It's just paint. If you wanted to, you could dab a little bit of white paint on it, but it's not necessary, and it makes it look just like a snowball. Like, you know, it looks like it got fake coconut. I'm over here looking at it. It looks like it has fake coconut in it, but it really doesn't. It's just paint. That's all that's on there, paint. Nothing else. Now, if you wanted to, I do have a shredded coconut tutorial that I did, and the shredded coconut is made with polymer clay. You want to do that. But also Dawn from the Pink Tree, she has a tutorial where she makes shredded coconut with a candle. Yeah, I believe she made it with a candle. And you can do that if you want to add fake coconut on here. But to me, the way it looks, you know, it gives the illusion of coconut. So I really don't think that any fake coconut is necessary, right? So then, let me get my knife over here. I'll put my knife, because you're going to cut a little piece off of it. I can't find my knife, which I should have took out before. Here you go, right here. So I got my Dollar Tree knife that I always keep just for my crafts. So basically, you're just going to cut a little piece off the, you know, you're going to slice a little piece off the end of one of your halves. You know, it doesn't need to be a big piece. Okay? You just want it to show up a little bit. And then you're going to paint this part brown. I painted it like a dark brown, like chocolate sprinkle, or if you don't have that, you could use what's the other color I had? Chocolate sprinkle. Any dark brown color to give it that chocolate Look, I suggest you also sponge paint this. You know what? Let me squeeze some on here instead because my brush is not going to fit on in here. Just take a little bit of paint. You don't need a lot. When you sponge brush, you don't really be needing a lot of paint. So you take your, and you're going to go in there and you're just going to paint it. Now be careful with these edges because you don't want to paint the edges, and then you could go back and paint the edges to get closer. Not that it matters because you're not even going to see that part. You just want to make sure you get this part nice and chocolate, because remember you're going to put marshmallow around the edge, so you don't really need to put too much towards the edge, but you do want to make sure. I'm going to put it right on top. Make sure you get this covered nicely so that it looks like chocolate cake. Do you like snowballs? I never cared for the snowballs. I like that they were pretty, and they make them in different colors. Like, you know, around like fall time, they make them in orange, and what other colors they make them in? They make them in a couple of colors during like the summer. I seen them in blue. All right, so look. See, it already looks like a snowball on the inside. This edge right here, I don't even need to put an edge, but I'm going to. So you got to let this dry. Let it dry really well. And then you're going to put your marshmallow on there. Right, so I'm just let this dry for a few minutes. And then I'm going to take out a little bit of the center so we can fill it with the cork. And we're going to put that marshmallow edge on it. But I got to let this dry first, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so the brown part, the chocolate part is dry. You could paint the bottom part. I didn't paint it yet, but I'm going to paint it. I just didn't want to paint it because when I put it down or when I mess with it, it's going to get all on my hands and everything. But what you're going to do for the marshmallow part is, I got a little piece of Bottle Magic here. You really need just a really small piece. You don't really need a big piece. And you're just going to make sure you condition it and everything. And then you are going to roll it in a thin rope. You don't need it. You don't want it to be too thick. Darn, I just picked up everything that was on here. Matter of fact, I think this piece is too big. You're just gonna roll it thin. You need a thin piece, and try to roll it as evenly as possible. And make it just long enough to go around this edge. You just want it to go around this edge right here, like this one. I did this one a little too thick, I think, but I'm just gonna go around that edge. So you just need it long enough to go around that edge. So you take your clay and you're gonna go and just basically you're just gonna press it in place. Okay. Cut off any excess pieces. And then make sure you shape it right. Make sure, you got the right shape before you. And then you're going to take it and just smash it in there a little bit. Not too much. You just want it to look like, let's get the picture again. Just want it to look like this. Like the icing is around it. Maybe I could have brought it down a little bit. Just make sure your icing is smashed in there. And once you could put glue on it or anything, but once you smash it in there pretty good, it kind of becomes one, right? So what I did, I got a brush And I kind of just dabbed it a little bit to make it look a little bit more like, a little bit like pineapple. Marshmallow. I don't even know where pineapple came from. Just make sure you get that right. See that? Okay, right? And then you're just gonna take out a little bit of the center, not too much, because it depends on what size ball also you make. You don't want the center to be too big, because then it's gonna look strange. But then you're just gonna take some of the center out. Just dig it out. Don't make the hole too big. See how I made that hole? It's not that big. Then you're gonna get your cork. Your Dollar Tree cork. You don't need to mix it with Mod Podge or anything. You just can put it straight in there from here. And you just wait, because did I cover the tip? Nope, not this time. What I usually do is I take a piece of tape and I tape this part before I put the cap on. But I guess when I used it last time, I forgot to do that. But I was going to tell you about that tip. So basically, you're just going to fill this in. Put you some cork in there. And then you could get a toothpick. And that way you can spread it around even better. And just make sure you get it all in there. And there goes your snowball. See that? So I did this one kind of thick, but you could do less, you could do more, you could do however you feel that it looks best. But the thing about fake bakes, sometimes, you know, some things look more realistic than others sometimes. But it's all about illusion, okay? Anybody that sees this knows exactly what this is. It's a snowball. Oh, look, I got it stuck in my hand. That's why I don't be messing with them. Once I do them, I put them down because I will mess them up. Let me get a wet wipe. But guys, now I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna put it over there because I already messed with it enough, and I don't want to mess it up. But there's your snowball. It's pretty simple. You can paint the bottom. Once you're done, let everything dry good. Let the clay firm up and get good, because you don't want to make dents in it or anything. Make sure the cork is dry before you paint it, because you don't want to touch it, dent it, or anything like that. Okay, like how I did that one. I already messed that one up by touching it too much. But here you go. Now you got some snowballs to add to your collection. And I think there'll be other snack cakes coming up, because it's just fun. And in between holidays and all of that, I like to do fun little things like this. So go on out there and make you some snowballs. It's completely Dollar Tree, except for the paint. I mean, Dollar Tree does sell paint. You can use the pink paint they have there. I'm not crazy about that paint. But all you need is a styrofoam ball, some paint, a little bit of Model Magic, a little bit of caulk, and some brown paint, a foam brush, which is what I recommend, a foam brush. So it gives it that illusion of coconut on it, but it really doesn't have anything on it. And you're good to go. So go make you some snowballs. Make them in any color, any flavor your little heart desires. Okay? So guys, that's it for this tutorial. It was pretty simple, quick, easy, simple, which I try to keep everything pretty. Every once in a while, you know, we get one of those where it drags on a little bit, but that's how tutorials are. Some are easier than others. So guys, until the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, keep crafting, like, share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. And I will talk to all of you later. God bless you. Goodbye.